This story takes us back to the very dawn of humanity, a time before memory, before language, when survival was the only truth. The world is vast, untamed, and raw. The prehistoric African savanna, stretching endlessly under a burning golden sky. The wind carries dust and warmth, whispering through tall acacia trees. Rivers shimmer like molten glass beneath the fading sun, and distant volcanoes rise like the bones of the earth itself. This is not paradise. This is the cradle of struggle, of instinct, of becoming human. They are Homo habilis, half ape, half human, walking the uncertain line between beast and thinker. Their bodies are lean, muscular, covered in dust and sweat. Their faces bear both brutality and awakening. In their eyes flickers something new: awareness, fear, memory, love. They have no words, but every gesture, every glance speaks the language of survival. The male stands upright beside the fire, his stone axe gripped tightly, muscles tense beneath his skin. He is not merely a hunter. He is the first protector, the first father, the first mind to wonder at the stars. The female moves swiftly, gathering roots and water, tending the flame, guarding life. She carries the tribe's endurance, the pulse of generations yet unborn. Her strength is quiet but unbreakable. The elder sits in silence, his eyes reflecting centuries of instinct. His staff rests in the dust as he watches the young learn the art of living. Around them, the wind hums through the grass like an ancient song, one that will never be written, but will echo forever in blood. When the predators come, the savanna itself seems to hold its breath. The saber-tooth hybrid prowls through the mist, fangs glinting like ivory blades. Its growl rolls across the plains, deep as thunder. The tribe freezes, hearts pounding, firelight flickering on wide eyes. A single stone flies through the air, and history changes. For the first time, fear meets defiance. The clash of flesh, dust, and will creates the first memory of courage. Later, when silence returns, only the crackle of the fire remains. The survivors sit close together, faces carved by exhaustion and light. The flames dance across their skin, painting them with gold and shadow. Smoke rises into the night, carrying their breath to the stars. The elder lifts his staff, pressing it into the soil, a gesture both farewell and faith. Around the flickering fire, grief turns into meaning. In that moment, humanity is born. Night deepens, the wind cools, ash floats upward like glowing spirits. The young male stares into the fire, seeing not just warmth but something divine. The spark of survival, of creation, of destiny. The woman sits beside him, silent and steady, her eyes glowing with reflection and memory. Their faces are scarred and real, but within those scars lies a strange beauty. The beauty of persistence, the beginning of empathy. In this quiet, under a sky full of smoke and stars, Homo habilis becomes more than flesh and instinct. They become storytellers of the soul, though they do not yet speak. Their movements, their fire, their sorrow are the first words of humankind. They are the ones who looked into the darkness and refused to vanish. Each breath they take, each spark that rises, will ripple across time, through countless lives, through every heart that still seeks warmth, courage, and belonging. From their trembling hands, the first tools were born. From their fear, the first wisdom. And from their silence, the first dream of forever. This is not just their story. It is ours, written in dust, carried by wind, kept alive in every heartbeat that still remembers the fire. This is not just their story. It is ours. written in dust, carried by wind, kept alive in every heartbeat that still remembers the fire. Before there were nations, before there were words, before there was even fear, there was this place, a land made of heat and silence, where the horizon bled gold and the earth itself breathed like a living beast. The air was thick with dust and promise. The savanna stretched forever, endless waves of grass moving like the sea, whispering under the molten sun. Ancient rivers carved silver veins through the earth, their waters glinting in the light of dying day. In the distance, volcanoes stood like sleeping gods, watching over the fragile birth of humanity. The wind carried the smell of ash, sweat, and life. Every gust sang of hunger and of hope. The first people were not yet human, and yet they were no longer beasts. Their backs straightened, their eyes lifted toward the horizon. Their hands, rough, scarred, trembling, learned to shape stone. In the cold nights, when predators roamed the dark, they gathered around the fire and found warmth. And in that warmth, they found each other. The male rises from the dust, tall, broad, and scarred by the struggle of living. Sweat glistens on his skin, catching the golden light of dusk. His muscles move like carved wood, tense with instinct and memory. He looks across the savanna, scanning the shadows for danger, for food, for meaning. His breath is steady. His eyes are alive. The first spark of awareness glows behind them. The female moves through the grass with quiet grace. She carries the rhythm of the earth in her steps. Her hands are strong, her arms cradle life. She knows the taste of fear, but also the pulse of courage. She gathers roots, cracks bones for marrow, guards the child when the night howls. When she smiles, it is rare, fleeting, like sunlight breaking through storm clouds. The child sleeps against her side, small and fragile, but curious. He mimics the adults, stacking stones, drawing shapes in sand, touching fire and laughing. He does not yet know what survival means, but he learns it with every sunrise. He will one day walk farther than any before him, because wonder already burns in his gaze. The elder sits near the fire, back curved like the bow of time. His eyes, cloudy with age, still shimmer with understanding. He has seen death, hunger, and fire. And through it all, he has learned silence. The others look to him not for words, but for calm. He is memory itself, alive in bone and breath. His staff taps the ground in rhythm, the pulse of the tribe, the heartbeat of history. And around them, the world waits. Wind stirs the dry grass, carrying dust over their faces. The sun bleeds down, turning the sky to amber and crimson. Shadows stretch long, merging earth and sky. The sound of the savanna fills the air. Insects, distant calls, the soft groan of the wind. Each sound becomes a note in the first symphony of existence. But peace is fragile. From beyond the grass, the smell of blood and fear calls to predators. Eyes gleam in the darkness, golden, silent, hungry. A saber-tooth hybrid prowls through the haze, its massive body gliding low to the ground. Its muscles ripple beneath dark fur, fangs shining like knives of bone. It watches the tribe with slow, patient hatred. The man feels it before he sees it. His heartbeat matches the rhythm of the earth. He raises his spear, just stone and wood, but heavy with purpose.